know this. I will not waste time with those who made the calculation that it's better to kill health reform than to improve our health care system. I won't stand by while special interests do the same old tricks to keep things exactly the way they are. And I said last week in the speech of the joint session, if you misrepresent what's in our plan, we'll call you out. When the special interests gear up, is when the folks who want to kill reform fight back with everything they've got. This is when they spread all kinds of rumors to scare and intimidate Americans. This is what they always do. That's why I need your help. When I was running for president, I never said change would be easy. Change is hard. It's always been hard. Civil rights was hard. Turn on each other and get mad and get angry. But our history tells us that each and every time we faced a choice between the easy road that leads to slow decline or the hard road that leads to something better, something higher, we take the higher road. That's how Americans are. We refuse to stand still. We always want to move forward. And that journey doesn't start at Washington, D.C. It begins right here in College Park. Just like the change that began in our campaign, it starts with people, especially young people, who are determined to take this nation's destiny into their own hands. Some of you remember during the campaign, we had a slogan, fired up. Not everybody here knows how this story came about. So I'm going to tell it again. Because it bears on healthcare reform. This is early in the campaign when none of you knew how to pronounce my name. I had just announced that I was looking for support. I had to go down to South Carolina, those early primary states. I went down to Greenville for a legislative dinner. And I was sitting next to a state representative there, and I wanted her support. I needed some endorsement. Nobody supported me at the time. So I said, Madam Representative, I need your endorsement. She said, I will give you my endorsement if you come to my hometown, Greenwood, South Carolina. And I said, I had a glass of wine. I said, fine. Come to find out that Greenwood is an hour and a half from every place else. So, about a month later, I fly back into Greenville. I'm tired, I'm sleepy. I've been campaigning for 2 weeks straight. I'm dragging my bags to my hotel room, and suddenly I get a tap on my shoulders, my staff person. I said, what? They said, we've got to be in the car at 6:30 tomorrow morning. I said, what? 6:30, why? Because we've got to go to Greenwood like you promised. So the next morning, I wake up and I feel terrible. Right now, I feel like a college student. And we start driving, and we're driving, and we're driving. It's an hour and a half, and I realize I'm going to have to drive an hour and a half back. And finally we get to Greenwood, although you don't know you're in Greenwood right away. But there's a little park district building. We can go into this park field house. I get a little more wet. Get inside, and after this long drive, waking up 6:30, there are only about 20 people. 20 people. And they're all kind of banned, and they don't look that excited to see me. They don't really know how to pronounce my name either. And I'm running for president, so I'm shaking hands. How do you do? Nice to meet you. Suddenly, I hear this voice behind me shout, "Fire up!" I'm startled. Everybody around me, they just think this is normal. They say, "Fire up!" And suddenly, I hear this voice, "Ready to go!" And everybody goes, "Ready to go?" I said, "What's going on?" I look behind me, there's this strong woman. She's about 5'2". She's about 50, 60 years old. And she's dressed like she just came from church. She's got a big church hat. She looks at me, she smiles, and she says, "Fire up!" Come to find out that there's a city council member from Greenwood. She also, by the way, moonlights as a private detective. True story. Sure. But she's mainly known for her chant. She does this everywhere she goes. Everywhere, at any event, football game, you know, at a city council meeting, she says, "Fired up!" This is fired up, ready to go. Everyone's ready to go. So for the next 5 minutes, she keeps on doing this. She says, "Fired up, ready to go, ready to go." And I realize I'm being upstaged. So I'm looking at my staff asking, what's going on here? When is this going to stop? But here's the thing, Marilyn. After about a couple minutes of this, suddenly I realized I'm feeling kind of fired up. And for the rest of the day, wherever we went, whenever I saw my staff, I said, "Are you fired up?" He said, "I'm fired up. Are you ready to go?" I said, "I'm ready to go." So it goes to show you, and this is so important for young people, it goes to show you one voice can change a room.